estate investments are changing. They're no longer just about where to buy. They're about speed, agility, and strategic foresight. In my work with my clients, clarity and trust are of utmost importance, especially when it comes to investing across borders. Each decision needs to be taken with deep insights and confidence. And one market that's redefining the global real estate market conversation is, of course, Dubai. And that's why I'm speaking with Brian Zhanda, the founder of Sira today. We're going to be talking about how tech is reshaping the real estate market and why Dubai is such a hotspot. If you're looking for smarter investments or want to gain better returns on your investment, this is for you. Welcome, Brian, to Singapore and Realizing.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me, Richa. It's been a warm welcome since I arrived in Singapore, and I'm glad to be here speaking to your audience today.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you. Singapore is such a lovely city.
On that, we should have come to Singapore much earlier,
Yes.
And we're definitely coming back.
Right. Brian, tell me something about yourself.
Awesome. Look, I'll give you a little bit of an introduction about myself. So, as you mentioned, my name is Brian. I'm the co-founder of Sira. I have two other partners in the business with me. And we built up this platform to be able to make real estate transparent and accessible across borders. And it's all come from a passion of data, analytics, and marketing, which is sort of my background, and paired with sort of the opportunities that we saw in the market, which came from when I was buying my first property in Dubai. I did notice there was a few flaws in terms of the process, and there was places where we could enhance it. And this is why we decided to build a platform that gives people this information so that they can make informed decisions.
Right. Okay. So before we move on to talk about the platform, I just want to talk a bit more about Dubai, because a lot of my clients want to know more about Dubai, but we want to know more of first-hand information from somebody who lives in Dubai and does the property work there.
Perfect. Look, Dubai is obviously making a lot of headlines, and rightfully so. I think depending on how you look at Dubai, it's a place that has everything for everyone, whether you're looking at it for a family, for investments, it's perfectly suitable. But the key thing, I think, when you look at a market in Dubai is, of course, research is very important. The Dubai market has grown about 140% over the last 5 years alone, which is massive. So those people that managed to invest early on are reaping a lot of the rewards today. But when you see such growth at such a tremendous pace, it's very important to dive into the details. Because what you notice when you get into the details is that growth is not linear, right? There's certain pockets that outperform other pockets. And it's really important to just really dive into numbers and have a look and see what's growing, which brands, which projects, which units, because that way you'll be able to also tap into and benefit from that growth. But not just diving in face value is what I would say. Yeah.
Right. So, Brian, I was looking at the numbers, and it says that 75% of the property investors in Dubai are now international buyers. So, what do you think it makes it so attractive for people who are not really from Dubai to make them want to invest in that?
Yeah. Look, I think what Dubai has done really well is it's become a melting pot for various nationalities. And they've really done a lot of work or put in a lot of effort in terms of making it home to everybody. You look at it from religion, they're now sort of tolerating work or putting in and accepting alternatives. So everyone, no matter what you practice, you can come to Dubai. Dubai is home. There's everything there for you. When it comes to sort of international cuisines, there's all the kind of restaurants that are there. When it comes to schools, there's various curriculums. Depending on what country you come from, you can find something that's suitable to you as well. When you look at safety, I think safety is a big thing, because that means no matter where you come from, who you are, everyone wants peace of mind. So that's a big thing that draws everyone from across the globe. And I think it comes down as well to just the leadership as well, if you think about it. So we have a minister of tolerance in Dubai. And if you just think of that position in itself, it means someone that's dedicated to making sure that there's peace within sort of the country. And that sort of top-down approach is really important, because people are looking for stability, people are looking for leadership they can trust. And people just really want that reassurance. And I think that really draws in people, apart from the fact that, of course, it's situated between centrally, right? So it's easy accessible from Europe, from Africa, from Asia. So, of course, geography plays a big role. But in my opinion, if you had geography without stability, it counts for nothing.
No, I agree. It is a gateway between the East and the West. And location-wise, it's great.
Exactly.
But, having said that, I think navigating the regulations in Dubai are a major issue for many of the investors. So how do you think you could help, or your platform could help us in that?
I mean, first and foremost, what I would say is Dubai has done a lot in terms of just being transparent from a regulatory point of view. So information is easily accessible. When it comes to digitization, the government has put in effort to make sure that they've built up their portals. You can find FAQ guides across DLD, RERA, etc. So that's just like an easy first touch point. When it comes to what we are doing, we're just really complementing their efforts in terms of making sure that our audience as well knows how to either interpret this information, knows where to find it, and we also break it down so it's easier to digest. So as an example, one of the things we've done, or how we're using, for example, like AI in our platform today, is we've trained our AI in a lot of this documentation from the government. So we have a voice agent currently on our website, and the voice agent is able to access all of these documentation FAQs. So if you come to our website and you want to ask questions in terms of like, what are the laws and regulations? How can I buy a property? What are the steps? It can guide you, and it can actually tell you who can own property, who can't own property. How do you get a golden visa? What's the criteria to get that golden visa? So we're just really complementing these efforts and making it easier for audiences to buy property in Dubai. Yeah.
Right. So I agree. I think the property buying decisions, they need to be made simpler and easier. For me as a real estate advisor, I always feel that the platforms that we have as of now, they are making it probably easier for us to understand data, but it's not really simpler. So tell me how Sira is making things simpler for people.
Okay. So look, what you see now, especially in this era, is people expect seamless delivery of service delivery. I always speak to people and I say, look, I'll give you an example. In Dubai, we have an app called Talabat. And Talabat is probably the most popular food ordering platform. I think in other places you might have heard of Deliveroo, which is also in Dubai. But basically, it's such seamless experience when you're buying food, just one click, right? And what you start to see is people expect that same level of experience across everything. So including real estate as well. So what we've decided to do is to build, for example, the AI agents that I was talking about earlier, to make it seamless and a hands-off experience, right? Because people are also moving away from just like typing long paragraphs and having to get information. People just want to speak sometimes and be like, look, maybe I'm in the middle of something and I just want to speak and I want to get an answer. And I want to get an answer on the spot. So this is just one of the ways where we're trying to simplify it. We're also looking at trying to build better journeys on our website as well, so that when people like a particular property, when people want to search for a particular property within a particular area price point, it comes, it's a seamless experience. It's easy to find. They can easily leave their contact information as well. And then we automate as well the entire process of, as soon as someone leaves information on the website, we get notified and we can contact them immediately. So we also shorten the time frame from contact, so it's still fresh and people can close and basically tick it off their checklist, right? We don't want to leave people's checklist unchecked.
That's a lovely thought. And I think if you come from that kind of background to help people, then definitely it shows in your website.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming from digital background. I think that's a priority for us, just to make sure that, people really see the benefits of digitization, right?
Right.
It's not just a trend. It's happening in real life. And our focus is just always to try to improve that. So we look at the metrics, the numbers, how can we improve the time that people are spending on our website and actually get the right information? Because sometimes spending more time doesn't mean they're getting the right information. It probably means they're lost. So we look at all of this information and we try to digest it in terms of how we can improve the experience. Yeah.
Right. So right now, Dubai is hot and everybody wants to buy there. But in your opinion, how are the next 5 to 10 years going to shape up in terms of the global landscape for Dubai?
Yeah, look, I mean, one thing I've noticed being in Dubai for the last 13 years is Dubai has a way of, shifting and sort of transforming in times of crisis. So whenever there's sort of crisis across the globe, Dubai always finds a way to create a vacuum that it can exist in and survive throughout crisis. So it gives me a lot of confidence in the market, and I'm quite confident that no matter what happens from a global standpoint, I think Dubai always seems to find the right answer and an answer. So over the next 5 to 10 years, the first thing is Dubai's put together a comprehensive plan up until 2040. We have two plans. There's the D40 plan, urban plan, which basically details out, sort of how the city is going to be built, what the expectations are, how the population is going to grow up until 2040. It has specific KPIs and targets in terms of greenery, how many trees they want, to build within the city, where the new metro stations are going to be built. So this forward planning gives us confidence as people that are participating in the sector for us to know that, look, there is plans to grow, to reinvest within the ecosystem to accommodate growth. So I think the next 5 to 10 years is definitely going to be growth again for Dubai. And I say this again because when we look at the numbers, again, from a data point of view, Dubai, the price per square foot in Dubai is still largely undervalued in comparison to some of the global cities like London, like Paris and New York. So I think there's still a lot of room for growth. And then given the fact that they're investing as well and doubling down on making sure it's safe, secure, modern, definitely I see, a lot of growth in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So any plans for the platform? Take me a little bit deeper on the platform front.
Okay.
That if a user starts to use right from the point where they're looking to buy something, then how should I approach it?
Okay, so first I'll give you a little bit of context in terms of what we've done. So when you look at the website, you understand sort of where we are and where we're headed. Today, when you look at our platform, it's a search and discovery platform, because what we did was to set out first and build a skeleton, the architecture of what we want our website to be. And then we start implementing all of the tech tools, AI, that are then going to enable people to operate, whether it's a broker, first-time buyer, investor, an agency, etc. So today, if you look at it, it's a search and discovery platform. And we started to integrate data elements, for example, like forecasted ROI on the property cards themselves. We can also show you all the regular details, location, the amenities that are close by on our maps as well. So this is just the basic part. Now, where we're headed is we're doubling down on, for example, AI. So tech is a big thing that we're doubling down on. And we see our platform in the short term evolving into a marketplace that both human agents and AI agents coexist. So we still see humans as very important and integral in this ecosystem. However, what we think is going to happen is that they're going to be able to employ AI agents that can help them to do the tasks that they require. So whether you're an investor and you want to find out information, you could use that agent to do stuff for you, like financial forecasting, price forecasting, to find you the property based on your requirements. If you're an agent, you can use it to do all of the redundant tasks that you usually do, all of the admin things like creating a brochure. You can easily then create a brochure, get it sent to your email, and save time there and get the proposal to your client in minutes as opposed to days. So this is where we see our platform maybe in the short term evolving to. In the long term, we're looking at, of course, the bigger trends, things like sort of blockchain, fractional investment, because we see that as an easier way to obviously tap into sort of the younger generation, the tech that's being built like cryptocurrencies, etc. And just allowing people to own a piece of real estate, right? Making it accessible to more people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely.
We will continue to make sure that data is accessible to people. We'll continue to focus on crunching the numbers. That's going to be a priority for us. I think obviously we'll make that as just, I can't give too much away, but I'm sure this is something that will just easily be accessible to people as soon as they visit our website, dashboards that they can look at, insights, trends, And you can imagine, you couple that as well with, for example, AI, you'll be able to generate insights in a split second, right? So ideally, we want this to be a holistic marketplace, where people can find property, people can find brokers, people can find the right property. And maybe in the future, people can purchase directly through us, whether it's linked to the developers or any other sort of innovative way that we possibly can think of. But when you live in Dubai, I think the sky is the limit. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So before heading back to Dubai, any advice or any message for Singaporeans?
First and foremost, probably not a message in terms of Dubai, but I would love to say like they've got a beautiful city. We've had a wonderful time in Singapore.
Thank you.
The only thing that we probably say is we wish we could spend a little bit more time in Singapore.
Yeah.
The weather's been beautiful. It's a little bit humid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much for having us here. And probably say my message to Singaporeans would be have a look at Dubai, and you've got to remain objective when you're making decisions. Look at the numbers, look at the data, and spend the right time to do research. There's fantastic opportunities in Dubai. I would say still once in a lifetime opportunities still exist. And if you have the right information, if you work with the right people, you can definitely reach your investment goals. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian. It was lovely talking to you, and I wish you all the best.
Likewise, Richa. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure, and thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.